Today is, as you can see, a bit of Sinclair shenanigans again. Now, in answer to your question, I had a quick look at my VOD from the other night, and sorry I didn't answer your question, because sometimes just with all the chat and you know, doing this, I miss it sometimes. So yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, the keycaps are square on top. See, they're sort of squared off. It's kind of an aesthetic that they went for, I guess. I can't really see any practical use. And I've got a solution. I don't know why I didn't think about it earlier, last time. Toilet lids. Yeah, that's an interesting one. A toilet lid key to go with the Spectrum Dead Flesh keyboard. I don't know why I didn't think of this earlier, but it sort of occurred to me when I had a quick flick through the manual, and I had a look online, and I saw people were also experiencing this issue with the control left arrow not deleting the character to the left of the cursor. But they were complaining that you had to like really jam down the control key, like push it really hard and left arrow. So that's more like a mechanical issue, whereas this is not a mechanical issue. I think this is an electronic issue. Probably something to do with the keyboard controller. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, suffice it to say that what you can do to delete a character, and I'll show you later when I crank this thing up, is you left arrow to the left of the character you want to delete, and then hit control right arrow, and that deletes that character. So that's a workaround. So it makes this totally usable with no dicking around. G'day, William. How are you today? But today, because the Microdrives, I've had a good play with the Microdrives, and they're not 100%. And I've got this is a external Microdrive. You can use these on the Spectrum with the interface 1, or you can just plug it straight into the QL here, right? I've been doing some testing of external Microdrives. Starting to run a bit low on working Microdrives. I've got, and this one was a little bit funny to start with. I've got two good ones. One I use on the Spectrum, the physical one you've seen on stream before. Usable but infuriating, I would say yes, they can be. But I like to have physical media, physical drives working best I can. I've got to the point where I can actually use these drives reasonably. I'm not quite sure what's up with these ones. These they won't format a drive. They won't format a cartridge, if you know, a Microdrive cartridge. These refuse to format it. And I think it's something to do with if there's not enough good blocks formatted on the drive, it will fail. And so I think potentially they are kind of working, but if I plug this in and format a cartridge, it works fine. Oh, that's good. Yeah, Saturday afternoon, I mean, perfect for chilling, isn't it? Pretty much what I'm doing, messing around. Oh, usable but infuriating was in relation to the toilet lid keyboards. Yeah. Well, yeah. It's not the nicest, but it's not bad. Yeah. So, good drive, good cartridge, formats, writes a file, reads a file, reformat, no worries. These, both, I think the left drive's better than the right one, but they both failed format on a good cartridge. But what they will do, if I format the cartridge on here and type in a quick program, you know, 10 print, whatever, and save it to the cartridge here, I can load that file from both drives, I think. I did have it noted. Yeah. I can load the file from both cartridges, from both drives. I can resave that file with a different name to either of these drives, no problem. But they won't format, and I think it's just because I think it's something to do with the right signal from the little amplifiers in here. If they're not 100%, if those amplifiers are not quite putting out the right amount of signal, these will fail to properly format a X amount of blocks, however many it needs, before it says sorry, but there's not enough good blocks on this to be give it the tick, if you know what I mean. Yeah. 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 Crazy that Sir Clive thought that, you know, this would be a good foray into the business machine market, really. I mean, they're really cool. I really like the QL. Just for its absolute quirkiness, and it just surprises me that they thought that they could sort of take on IBM. Well, I mean, they're in a different ballpark, right? IBM were a lot more expensive. Apple was a lot more expensive. Commodore was more expensive. You know, they were kind of targeted towards the small business market. But I tell you what, yeah, they should have, they should have got him to type all his documentation on it. You know, the small business market, I think the first thing I would have done, if I owned one of these and money wasn't an issue, I would have bought a disk drive for it. Because these Microdrives, I saw mention, actually in that documentary, someone said they had trouble with their Microdrives right from word go. And he said you'd buy Microdrive cartridges, these. He said some of them would work fine, others would just never work. And he said he'd send them back saying that they're not fit for purpose and get his money back on them, and probably end up just buying more cartridges, I guess, and seeing how you go. So, I would be seriously nervous about putting my work documents and trusting those to these, even back in the day. Just no way. Floppy disk, I would be happy. But I like messing around with stuff, even if it's unreliable crap. If I can get it to the point where I can make it work, that makes me happy. We'll see, you know, as long as it's not too unreliable. But when these are working and you've got good cartridges, you've got a good known drive, I find them to be quite reliable. Once you get a good combination, like, it just works. It works. Yeah, normal tapes are quite reliable. But if you compare this to a normal tape, I think part of the problem, there's a couple of problems with these things. But I think the big problem, I'll just scooch this through a little bit so you can see the tape a bit better. Just for a comparison. Is it going to focus? Oh, I might be zoomed in a bit too far. Hang on a sec. See the thickness of the tape? The width of the tape? The little Microdrive tape. It's super thin. And I think it's just too thin. It's prone to stretching. I've got some dead ones here. I can actually show you. I'll show you what they look like when they fail. Here's one that's spewed its guts. You know, this is not unusual. See that tiny little thin tape? And the way they work is there's, you can see that little white roller there, and so the capstan sits in here and just basically drives the tape in this direction. It pulls it in this direction, right? So the tape's actually running that way, and it comes down into here. Have I got one that's cracked open? I'm wondering if I can crack this one. I do have some that are cracked. The other thing that happens to them is they just outright snap. They can get caught, they get wound around that little roller, that white roller there. They get wound around and come back on themselves, and then it just stretches the tape and snaps it. So there's a roll of tape in here. The tape comes back onto the outside of the roll, the reel, and this side here, this side that comes up to feed, you know, new tape in up here, that's coming from the inside of the reel. Let's see if I can butcher one of these. I mean, you know, this is done for, so there's no real, the only parts I recover are the little holders for the tabs. So what I do is I grab any dead cartridge. I grab these little holders here, and I put a new felt on them. It's quite fiddly. I just use like double-sided sellotape, put a new felt on. You can't just use any old felt either. You have to use kind of like old school felt. I guess it's some sort of cotton or something, but it's not synthetic. You can't use synthetic. Like probably the modern felts you probably wouldn't be able to use, because they'll be like some sort of polyester or something. I'll just see if I can crack this. Because it builds up a static charge. Just reading your messages there. Right, so there's actually two rollers. One has fallen out, but this gives you an idea of how these things work. See that tape there, that's coming off the inside. Oh, you can't see because it's not focusing. That's actually coming off the inside, that tape. And that's the tape that heads up to this yellow roller here, right? And it comes across. So it's a continuous tape loop. I mean, the idea had been around for years and years and years. But I think they probably just went a little bit too far with miniaturization, maybe. I don't think it was quite reliable enough. So as that turns, you know, it's coming off the inside of the reel and new tape is being brought back down here and onto the outside. So it's pretty cool. They run fairly quickly, like it can spool through, I think it spools through an entire revolution of this tape in 11 seconds. So it's not mucking around, it's kind of, I guess if you were desperate, absolutely desperate, you could splice, you know, you could, you know, clean up any bad area of crinkled tape and cut that out, you know, splice them together. I think on the QL it would possibly complain because there's not enough sectors available on the shorter tape, possibly. I'm not sure how you'd get on there, but I've got a bunch of these Microdrive cartridges that I'll be restoring with the little pads that I showed you before. That's the plan. But yeah, that's actually, I was wondering if I should chuck a rubber band over that and sort of save it for demonstrating. I'll put that aside. But yeah, just bit of a dog. Sorry, Clive. Pulleys for the internal. Yeah, I don't know, but that scenario with the single, you know, the single reel had been around for years and years and years before Clive Sinclair got to it. But I think, yeah, and it had been proven to be a good system. But I just think that they miniaturized it too far, you know, for the physical attributes of the tape. I'm just not up to it. Thin, tiny thin tape. Bigger versions, they were reliable apparently. Continuous tape. It was quite a common method apparently. So I was going to show you what I've done as far as testing is concerned. So we can plug this drive here into the side of the QL. Hopefully it's still reasonably reliable. You just don't want to sort of breathe in their general direction or even look at them. So so right, that's so Microdrive 1 on the left, Microdrive 2 on the right, built in. So that's now Microdrive 3. And that leads me to what I'll get to later, is I've got this neat little modern little doodah that you plug into the vDrives, and it remaps the vDrives because the default is when you have a cartridge in the left drive, it will boot off it. It'll try and boot off it. And some software requires the cartridge to be in Microdrive 1. Yeah, fast cassette tape would have been better, eh? I think just with that the wider tape, but I think they were trying to be fancy and get them all like cool, small, you know? Yeah. So you have to have, some software requires the cartridge to be in the left drive. And so it's all well and good to go and buy yourself a new fancy solid state Microdrive replacement for SD. That's all well and good, but that's external only, right? You can't, at least I don't think, no, you can't just take the guts out of this and install it in here. So with this little device here, it's called vMap for the QL. It can map like this external drive here to be drive 1. So if you've got software that needs to be, let's say these two drives are completely kaput, like they're dead, the system becomes unusable because some of that software needs to boot off one or this left drive here. You can say, okay, map drive 1 to that external drive that's working, hopefully, or if you've got one of these, definitely working, you'd hope, because being solid state. And so that's what that does. And so I'll be doing that later, installing that. And I want to have a wee play with some software and bits and pieces, so that's the plan. But I just wanted to show you this working. Okay, so I can do, right, format, Microdrive 3 _, and hopefully that doesn't fail. Don't look at it, like don't look at that there at all, because it might get a bit shy. When it takes a long time like this, generally it's an indication that it's working. I think it does the format. Yes, so that's successful. See there, we've got 216 out of a total of 234 blocks were formattable. So 216. Because, yeah, maybe this the tape is just getting a little bit worn, but that's a good sign. And if I do a DIR of Microdrive 3, you'll see that it'll have X amount of sectors out of available 216. So it's kind of like writing bad blocks. Old school format. Oh, this is Twitter. I don't think I can read Twitter stuff. No, I can't read that.
Okay, let's do it.
Whatever you put in has to be compatible, would have to be compatible with the QL.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, see, we've got 214 available sectors out of 216 that were formatted. I'm not sure why 2 are missing. It's possibly header stuff or whatever. Anyway, if we do that simple,
it's brutal and inexcusable. It's brutal and inexcusable.
line 20, go to 10. Right. Yeah, it could be like table of contents and end of file marks and things, eh? That's quite possible. Right, so let's say save Microdrive 3, give it a name, just call it temp, something boring. Give it some time. I think sometimes it has to do a full revolution. It might be 14 seconds or something like that before it starts to write the information. Okay, that's good. And if I do a dir Microdrive 3, temp there, we can go new, list, so you know there's nothing in memory, and we go load Microdrive 3, temp, done, list, right, good. Yeah, it could do. I mean, I had one fail on me yesterday, just out of the blue. It just snapped. It wound around that little white roller and snapped. But in the cartridge's defense, I had fed it through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 microdrives. No, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'd fed it through 11 microdrives. And some of those microdrives were sounding like a coffee grinder. So it's kind of like, it'd be like putting a floppy disk through a whole lot of unknown floppy disk drives, you know, and one of the disk drives is dodgy, and it's a bit like that, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so let's put it in drive 1 here. Let's do a dir on Microdrive 1.
It's brutal and inexcusable.
It's taken a while. I think I did have that noted that it was slow. It's very slow. I'm not even sure it's going to do it. Oh, it did. It took its sweet time. So yeah, that drive's not happy. I've cleaned the heads. That can improve things, but Right, so let's new that. Okay. Nothing in memory, and load. Here's my conundrum, right? So I can't backspace, but if I go back and then hold Control right arrow, I don't know why I didn't think of that the other day. Okay, yeah, so it loaded it. And if I do save to the Microdrive 1, and we'll call it, I don't know, temp 2, just to be really unique. Oh, jeepers. I'll read that later. Not looking promising, is it? I think it has to go around a few times just to successfully write each block that it needs. I don't know how many blocks that program needs, not many I'd say. Right, you wouldn't want to be in a hurry, would you? I mean, I did that before, right? So you can see it's working, yeah. If I put it into drive 2, I'll do a dir drive 2. This one doesn't sound so much like a coffee grinder. I think the noise is the capstan. Maybe it's been left with a cartridge in it, and the capstan's been sitting up against one of the, you know, that little white roller, and I think maybe the capstan's got a bit of a flat spot on it, and it causes that sort of rumbling. This one sounds a bit smoother. That's working, right? Well, yeah, when I say working, it's working to a point. So if I try new again, and we'll load from Microdrive 2, temp 2, done. First. Yeah, so read, write, fine. If I do format Microdrive 2, I'm hoping it proves a liar of me and actually does format properly, but I guarantee it won't. See, this is the problem. I try the same thing in drive 1. Now there might be a way to fix this. I think there's like an op amp or something that I think might need just we tweak or change somewhere, but that's beyond the scope of what I want to get into, you know, messing around on stream. That's probably something I'll look into at some stage. I think you need to hook up a scope and all that. I can't be bothered dragging the scope out. Oh, that formatted. But it's a good, that would be a neat thing if I could fix some of these micro drives, you know, because they're not growing on trees, that's for sure. They are getting few and far between. And if I can resurrect them, I will. Alright, save to Microdrive 1. Just checking reliability. Call it temp. Because if this works, I don't really need to install the VMAP at this stage because, well, if I can use this drive one, you know, that's a good thing to do just to, in the meantime. And then maybe later on I'll sort the VMAP thing, I don't know. Bloody neighbour's dog going off. See, sometimes just a little bit of use and they actually improve as well. Because, you know, yesterday I tried formatting this. I went through quite a few attempts to format a cartridge on this. It just didn't play ball. There we go. Let's try another format. Yeah, see, pretty dodgy. But I wonder if maybe it's good enough to connect up the solid state drive and do some transferring of, you know, maybe a game or something. Don't know. Give it a go though. Actually, I might daisy chain these off. Then I have to just hop online and have a look and see what there is in the way of games and whatnot. And I don't know, I've never, to be honest, I've never played a game on the QL. I might steal that long cable off the specky in the meantime. I finished the Rubber Keyed Wonder, the documentary about the Spectrum, and I really enjoyed it. It was really good. The only thing I didn't like was partway through the movie, there's a bit of music in it, and about halfway through the movie, there's this really long song that goes on and on and on, and it's got sort of like an 80s feel about it, but it's very ABBA. It sounds like ABBA, and you know, don't get me wrong, I actually quite like ABBA, but this was just like and it went on, and while the music was playing they were showing some games, which was great, but this just went on and on and on, it felt like, and it was kind of, it was just a bit cringy. It's one thing. Yeah, it was kind of like, oh, hopefully it's going to finish, and then there's another chorus, and then, oh, bloody Nora. It's like, no, don't do this to me. I'm not sure if this is going to work, because that seems, I should be able to there's a little joiner. That little joiner you can run between the two so that they mate, but it's back to front. The little key is back to front. That's weird. Just looking on a normal drive. Yeah, on a normal drive, see the keys on the other side on this drive here. So I'm not sure whether that's going to work. I wonder if I can twist the cable. If I use a cable, I might be able to twist the cable. Not sure if that'll work. But that would be the only criticism I would have the entire thing. It was great. If you're into Spectrum, in fact, there's a lot more than just Spectrum. There's a whole history of development right back from the early Sinclair stuff, Sinclair research and things like that. No, it doesn't like that. No, it doesn't like that. Yeah, so it goes through, their first computer, the Mark 14, the ZX80, which is really cool. I'd love to have a ZX80. ZX81, which was my very first computer I ever owned, and then to Spectrum, and they cover the QL as well. Kind of cool. PC Gamer Argentina 5, how are you? That's fine. Hopefully you can understand us. Microdrive 1. Oh. What's going on? Yes, absolutely. I just hope I haven't done something horrible here by plugging that other drive in. Ah, that's all good. Now, why did it not? Oh, I wonder. Yeah, I've got this plugged in. I think that has to go this way. From the left-hand side of 1983 CZ1000 2K. Now, yeah, I've heard a bit about South American. I think they were copies of Sinclair machines, weren't they? I was looking at that documentary. Is that a copy of a ZX81? Or because you're in Argentina, I know in Brazil, Sinclair was big. Well, I think they had a lot of rip-offs. That was part of the downfall of Sinclair, is a huge amount of copying of their products, and they never really got on top of it. Yes, yes, bigger economy in Brazil, yeah. Now that's going to try and load off that disk. Neighbour's dog's going nuts. Right, I think we're all go. Bad or change medium, that's because the format failed last time. I reckon I can now daisy chain possibly this other drive on now that I've got the orientation right. Difficult living Argentina. I have heard that there's been a few protests in Argentina. Something to do with cost of living, and is it high tax and things like that? Living, yeah, cost of living. Now I reckon if, yeah, so now the keys line up for these two here. Yeah, so you can daisy chain. So we should be able to, at least we've got a good physical media drive on here. I'm going to try another format. (1983), good in 1983, yes. Totally. I liked 1983 as well. Good times. It worked again, albeit I think you'd probably would have liked 1983, Xeon. Yeah. It formatted. Now I should be able to see what's on Microdrive 3. Sweet bugger all, I'd say. Yeah, I've got, it's called Cart 1. Cart 1. I wonder what Cart 1 is. Or was that just the name of the... Oh, let's have a look. Load. So this is coming off the solid state, the SD card. Cart 1. Maybe that's just the name I've given the drive, possibly. So if we do that short program again. Thanks. Redeemed, highlight my message. Is that a thing I've got, is it? Thanks for that, Nat. Xeon. Neo, Xeon, Dax. Right, save to Microdrive 3. Temp again. Already exists. Oh, hang on. Did I do that earlier? Save to Microdrive 3. Call it temp 2. Yeah, and dir Microdrive 3. Yep. Okay. Nice. Now, can I read Microdrive 4, which is the one on the other side of the, because one thing you've got to remember with these virtual drives, it's Kiwi guy makes these, by the way, New Zealander, made in New Zealand, yep. And what you got to remember with these is that you can have a bank of micro drives. Like you could have, I'm not sure how many with this, but with the Spectrum, I think it's 8. And might be the same with this. Let's say you could have 8 drives here. If you've mounted all of them, you've got, effectively you've got 8 cartridges sitting, if you can imagine 8 cartridges sitting in this machine. You got 1, 2, with 8 there, 10, that would be 11. Yeah. Oh yeah, you did your own programming. Commodore 64. Yeah, there's a few Commodore 64s lying around here. So let's see if I can DIR the Microdrive, what I think is going to be drive 4. No, it's not. Because I've probably got some assignments, and so I need to probably RTFM. You're after a Commodore 128. Aye, I've got one of those here too. Somewhere. Yeah. We've got a 128D. Not sure I can show you that. Take you on a little tour. Although there's lots of junk. 1551 drive. Yep. Oh yeah. Take you on a little tour. What camera is this? Verbatim. Verbatim. No, not that one. Where's my... I don't have a... Oh yes, I do. Ta-da. 128D PC Gamer Argentina 128D. These are Commodore 64s sitting there. I've got some 1541 drives, but they're often in that wardrobe there. Yeah, 1541s. Amigas, IBM luggable 5155s, 386 QL, and Amiga. I've got a few Amigas. That's 486 and Pentium 4 XP machine. Yeah, so that's what I'm into. That generally. Yeah. Yeah, it certainly keeps me occupied, I can tell you that. There's always something to do. Always something to stream. So I'm going to have to do some, well, let's just see. So it's not 3, it's not 4. Let's try 5. No. Nope. Yep. 7. Microdrive 7. Or did it say not found? Apparently, okay, so that's 7. So there must be 5 on here, right? but it's not finding that. Put that back into drive 1. Ah, did I? Okay. It's 7. It is 7. It's just that the media is not formatted. I might have screwed it up when I sometimes apparently if you have a cartridge inserted in a drive when you apply power, and I think it goes for the Spectrum as well, it can corrupt the cartridge, except if you're on if you've got it in 1, I guess, because that you can boot off that. But let's try Microdrive 7 formatting. Yeah, so that is 7. I had this yesterday too. I couldn't format this this cartridge. I put it aside and I started using another one. And then I just left it for a while, came back and started using this again, and it was fine. Go figure. Format failed again. Not a good sign, is it? Wonder what. So what is it? 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I've probably got. I think I've got 5 cartridges, virtual cartridges, mounted, but only one of them is formatted, I would say. Format C. F disk. Can you see how flaky it is? Yeah. Failed. Yeah. Okay. Not 100% sure why all of a sudden I can't get anything to format here at all. I mentioned to her last night how I said on stream that, you know, maybe she could come and do a review of different keyboards. This one wouldn't be the worst. Not the best, not the worst. Just wondering if I should try maybe just a quick head clean. ZX81 I reckon would be the worst. Yeah, I totally agree. Good thing about these is you can actually get to the head. I'm not sure that she would appear on camera. A little bit of something, something there. We could just do like capture her hands or something, eh? But then she'd probably like swear. She'd be like, this is so even bad. I should do that thing that they do for in the typing tests, is they put a shield over the keys so you can't see the keyboard. That'd be funny, eh? Yeah, she has. Yeah. See if that makes any difference. That up. Totally. I've tried to sort of improve in that respect, mainly because these VODs that are, well, the VODs, they get uploaded to YouTube, and I sort of just, you know, you don't really hear too many people swearing on YouTube. Well, not in this space, if you know what I mean. Retro computing. If it wasn't for the fact that I upload to YouTube, I probably would just let rip, you know. But I'm sort of aware that you know, potentially someone might have the video playing while the kids are around and stuff like that. You know, I'm just a bit old-fashioned like that in a way. Let's see. Yeah, I don't mind swearing. I do it myself, and the missus, she swears like a trooper. So yeah, not looking too promising. I mean, that's on a drive that works, right? So, I mean, it could be that weird issue I was having like yesterday when it just decided it didn't want to play ball. I do have, see, this is what I was talking about, right? I've got these cartridges here, but see the little pads missing. So what I can do is I can just grab a pad, you know, pre-prepared pad, and whack it in there, and hopefully have a good cartridge. This says run to get Defender. It's, I'm not sure if it's a Spectrum or QL cartridge. Let's see if it can actually read it. Mad one. Did I just typo mad one? Not found. That could be Specky. View file and Herg. I mean, I really want to make sure, you know, like I maybe back that up, you know, on the Spectrum, if it is a Spectrum one. View file I'm not overly worried about because I've got view file on other systems, on other media. So this one just needs a bit of surgery as well. Okay, let's try formatting it. Doesn't sound right. Sounds like it's just spinning on the spot. Not happy, eh? So that would sort of almost should make you wonder whether the drive's playing up, wouldn't it? But I'm not convinced. Well, that one's not failing straight away. It's almost like it can read it. How long is that going to go for? Oh, can it? Okay, let's try format. No, not happy, is it? It's weird that all of a sudden some of these are not. I mean, even the one that was working. Okay, well, in the meantime, I think what I should do is look at the vDrive and see if there's anything that I can just download, like games, etc., and whack it on the SD card. But I do have to RTFM to just get my head around the vDrive, the QL again. Let me see. There are actually firmware updates. I'm not sure if my one needs the firmware updated or not. User manuals. Microdrive hardware emulator. So there we go. Delivers hardware emulation for up to 8 microdrives. It includes a comprehensive toolkit for managing microdrive cartridges images. Connects to the blah blah blah. Connecting. Installation. It is advisable not to remove the SD card when the LED is red, either flashing or steady. Okay, yeah, I've got the VMAP, but I might look at that later on. I'll leave you to have a wee look at that just while I have a quick break. I will be back in a second. I'm just going to make a cup of coffee, just going to put the jug on, but there you go, I'll be back in a second.
Welcome to Cybernet.
not. I'm not drinking beer. Coffee. How's your beer going? I had a cold one last night.
This should be played at high volume, preferably in a residential area.
Nested directories can be present on the SD card files which reside, but files which reside in these will not be accessible. Only those subdirectories that are directly connected to the root directory. Yeah, that's pretty much what I do, yeah. Image files can be in either root directory or a subdirectory. Bank is simply a named list of image files that are to be assigned to a set of vDrives. Yeah, I haven't really explored banks that much. On the Spectrum, I think the way, or even, yeah, on this, I think the way it works is that you can have, you know, all 8 of your microdrives assigned to, let's say, one bank might be microdrive 1, 2, 3, 4 through 8, 1 through 8, and then bank 2 could be assigned to a whole set of different microdrives, you know, like maybe microdrive A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, you know. Yeah, so there it's showing you there cart 1, cart 2 and advent 1 on the different microdrives. So that 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so that's how I've got it set up, right? I've got 4 virtual microdrives. Toolkit. The easiest way to install the toolkit is to access the cartridge that comes built into every vDrive. To make the toolkit available, first remove the SD card. So it's similar to, yes, it's similar to the Spectrum one. So I can see as a solid green light, I've just ejected the card. I'm just going to put you back to the other screen and bear with. Where are we? Where are we? That one. And I'll just put my instructions up here. So now the built-in cartridge will now appear as MDV3. So if I do a DIR on MDV3, that's the toolkit. I can make a backup of the toolkit by copying all the files on MDV3 to another storage device. And if my physical bloody drives were working, I'd do exactly that. It's the neighbour's dog getting told off. Oh. So 7's not available now because I think I think because I've got the SD card ejected, it's not seeing the bank of. I wonder if it's 4. Let me see. Can I dir? Yes. So yeah, when I ejected the card, it removed those other 3 virtual drives and brought the external physical drive down to drive 4. Makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, so now we can run the toolkit. I'll run mdv3 underscore boot. Right. Once installed, the vDrive will beep once and the toolkit commands will be available. I didn't hear the beep. Let's just try help. Okay, there's the toolkit commands. So almost need to sort of start a little cheat sheet. Because invariably I find that I'm referring back and forward to the manual and things like that, so I'll just start a little cheat sheet here. List banks, load in image on in drive. Load image on in, okay. List banks, list MDB images, list all files, list of vDrives. Change directory, Make bank, remove file, rename, move, copy. Sound on or off. I think I might have the sound off. That might be why I didn't hear the beep. Toolkit on off. Initialize SD, make a config. vInfo. What else have I got? Map, remap, drives. Swap QL internal drives. That must be if I've got the vmap installed. Standard QL drive order. Update the firmware. Toolkit help. Okay, vInfo. Bootloader, file system, vmap not detected. Okay. So the built-in cartridge may be disabled by using TK off. TK off. SD not present. No. Let's insert the SD list. So I've got test directory, yeah, because I've basically just gone through the manual just to make sure this thing's working at some stage, or not long after I first bought it. Test dir. So if I can make a directory, mk dir, and I'll call it games. Do I have to put it in quotes? Oh yeah, do I? Yes, I do have to put it in quotes. mkdir. And it's a single quote like that. Load an image onto a vDrive. Let's see what's in test.dir. And I should be able to, oh, test.dir 1, isn't it? Cart 1, yeah. And that's mounted to this drive. I'm pretty sure if I dir Microdrive 3, that's not right though. Yes, that's right. Is that right? Do I have to? Oh, I might have to turn the toolkit off. TK off. And now can I dir it? Yes. Ah, so I can toggle TK back on, I think. TK on. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Right. So I've got a fairly clean setup here. So what I need to do now is download something. See if we can grab something off the net. What did it say those files are? That was MDVs or something, wasn't it? MDVs? repository for Sinclair QL preservation project. vDrive games. Further 19 MDV images of QL games for use with the vDrive system. Scion chess. I don't want to embarrass myself playing chess again. dilwyn.me.uk/vdrive/index.html. Dilwyn's bet. Page can't be found. Oh my god, has it been taken over? It's been taken over by a casino site or something. What? Software downloads, that might be archivers, juice, assembler tools, backup tools, basic, benchmarking programs, business and finance. Where's the games? Games. .3D chess QL. Scion chess modified as a QL executable. .3D maze game. Guide yourself out of the maze. Oh god. No worries, thanks Theon. Cheers mate. I'll catch you later on. It's a business machine, yeah. 3D tic-tac. I mean, the first thing we're going to do is try and play games on a business machine, right? A Lunar Lander game in Super Basic. I like Lunar Lander. It's running in Basic. I might give that a go. Are these compatible? Let me see. Yeah, yeah, exactly, yeah. Good point. I'm not sure these files will be in the right format for what I want to achieve, but let's have a look. There's a boot and a .bas file, and so I think with that I would need to remap or use the vmap to map the drive across, you know, like map the drive to MDV1, because it looks to me like it needs to boot off it. Although you'd think being written in BASIC, anyway, there's a lot of breakout games, but I actually want to try and track down, you know, the games that are actually designed for the vDrive QL, MDV. it seems like potentially a bit of dicking around actually. Probably something that I don't really want to be doing on stream because it needs a lot of reading and experimenting. Once I work it out, it's going to be really easy, I'm sure, but I just need to find the right pages and things like that. So there's not really too much more I can do. See if there's something really quick and easy here. I really just want something that's going to be bang, dump it onto the SD card, play the game. But I don't think it's going to be that easy because some of these links on this forum are no longer valid links. So, yeah. Let's have a wee look at the Sinclair QL preservation project. I wonder whether they might have Gee, it's like potentially a massive rabbit hole. There's all sorts, there's operating systems and all sorts. Jeepers. Yeah, I think I've probably just, got to the point where I need to put a bit of time into this off camera. Come up with something a little bit more exciting than watching me read web pages. There's not really too much we can do with this at the moment as it is. So I think maybe I might fire up some Descent or Duke Nukem or something. I'm looking forward to exploring that though. In fact, I might do that this evening and probably come back tomorrow with a stream in the afternoon, tomorrow afternoon our time. Hopefully with some games to play and maybe have a wee look at installing the VMap. Yeah, could be a bit of something to try out there. Yeah, beer always helps. I don't want to be responsible for making you drink so much beer that, to make the stream bearable, if you know what I mean. I'd be like your enabler. Oh, the stream is so boring, I need to drink crap loads of beer. Let's do something a little bit more exciting so that you don't have to drink so much beer. Well, you can drink more beer, lots more beer if you want to. I did that last night. I sat back and enjoyed the Sinclair ZX Spectrum documentary. And drank beer. And ate pizza. It was good. Right, what do we want? Pentium. Pentium. Yeah, I should put a rating on the description of the stream to say you might want to come in after a 6-pack, or if it's going to be really boring, I'll just say, I don't know, drink a dozen. Get a dozen under your belt beforehand. You need to be near comatose to enjoy it. In no way am I advocating drinking on my channel. Coffee's fine. Do we have any sound? Why is there no sound? Oh, what did I do here? Do we have any? Right, yo. Actually, I think I need to block more light. Cave it. That's a bit better. Now, I've learnt a little bit just from watching Carcinomi, and I mean, it kind of makes sense that firing a flare, the problem with my flare button is it's a little bit unreliable. Oh shoot, I didn't, oh. That's interesting, that button fires everything. That was up on the hat. That's interesting. What else do I have on the hat? So anything to do with hat is basically just fire everything. That could be handy. My flare button. The other thing with the issue I've got is I'm left-handed, right? And on the joystick here, can we see it? Where is the joystick? Where is my camera? Oh, I'm on that camera, yeah. I grip the joystick like this, right? And so these buttons here, I'm not pushing with my fingertips. I'm pushing with this side, because I've got my finger wrapped around for the trigger there. I'm actually pushing with this part of my finger here. And because the buttons are a little bit worn, I have to push them real hard with that part of my finger. It's not easy. I mean, I could change the key binding, possibly. Oh, that uses ammo, right? Flares. That's okay. I'm wondering if I should rebind my keys. Let's see how we go. Okay. That is the trick that I should have known about, is to open the door with a flare rather than using bullets or proximity. Oh, oh. Careful. Oh, it looks nice and warm down there, doesn't it? I could have done that better, right? Yeah, I lost heaps of health there. That's why I saw him before, and he must have backed back into there. I'm going to do that again. Why am I losing? I've definitely lost health here, haven't I? I think I got him. I might come back for that cloak if I need it. Ooh. There's another one. Is it another cloak? Oh no, what's this? Fusion cannon. What's behind this door, I wonder? Ooh. Oh, you can hold it down, right? Off. Oh no. Ooh, I'm out of ammo. Okay. Sucks up quite a bit, doesn't it? Oh, let's use the cloak. Well, this weapon's quite a bit different. It fires when you let the fire button go. Oh, yeah. I'm going to have to get used to that weapon. It's kind of charging. So when you're holding the button and it's charging. Let's use the Vulcan on them. Lost a bit of health, but probably not too bad. Oh shit. There's another. Oh no. He had a lock on me. Ooh. No. Wrong weapon selected. That was fun. Ooh. Supposed to be cloaked, aren't I? Ooh. I think I should reload that. I'm on 50. Took a hit there, didn't I? Big hit. There's not enough health in this game to get sort of frivolous with it. Ooh, like that. Oof. Nasty. No, no, I've lost too much health there, surely. While I'm here, because I'm going to reload, just want to see what the lava does. Yeah, it's taken health, which, yeah, kind of goes without saying, really. Oh, we locked up. Ah, a lock up. It's done that from time to time in this game, not often. Does it every so often. It was on the lava. Oh. Looks like, yep. Oh, where's he? Ah, crap. Direct hit. Four health. Don't think so. Got him. Start to try and make a bit of progress here. Got him. Okay. Is it? Oh. Oh, hit the wall. Oof. Health. I'm sure I can do better than that. See what's in behind here. Oh, boomfa. Ah, the exit. Oh, you sneaky little bugger. Okay. Oh. Ooh. You little... I haven't really used this. It might be overkill for in here, mightn't it? Oh. Ouch. Jeez, looks dangerous. Oh, okay. Back here. Blue key. Okay, I've got the blue key. Where is the blue door? Did I see it? Ah, yeah. I might create another save for this. Because I did lose a little bit of health back there. Could have done that better. Ooh. Not even sure I'll carry on with this. I might have to load a save because, yeah, looking a bit weak on it. I'm actually tempted to go back to this one. Now that's red. Okay, yeah. Ooh. Crap. Ah. I should really start using the Vulcan cannon up, shouldn't I? Then again, there's not much point when I've got this recharger down here for the laser. Yellow key. That wasn't so well done, was it? Is that the start back there? Yeah, start there. Ooh, you little shits. Oh, that's right, the spawner right here. Spawning those big mothers. Not handy. Getting lots of missiles from them though. Is that something? Yep, that was something. That was something. Okay, so I shall head back. Oh, that spawner. Head back and get some more ammo. Where is it? Up here, is it? Yeah. Oh, there's another one of those. Yeah. Can't really dick around too much. Seven health. Holy crap. Oh no. Wrong button. No, 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 no. Oh, what's so smart about the smart bomb? It's not that great, is it? No. Rightio. How we going for time? Yeah, I might call it actually. I will come back to that. Thanks for hanging out, William. Appreciate it. I will catch up with you maybe if I'll probably end up doing another stream tomorrow. I might look a little bit further at the QL to get some games going on the QL, hopefully. I'll have a wee dig around with that tonight off camera and come back tomorrow and hopefully have something a little bit more exciting to do on the QL. So yeah, until then, might catch you then. Keep an eye out. Catch you later. See ya.